His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the President of the Arab Thought Forum, His Royal Highness Prince Al Hassan bin Talal at Rufa Palace. His Royal Highness welcomed His Royal Highness Prince Al Hassan bin Talal, noting the cooperation and strategic partnership between Bahrain and Jordan. He highlighted the shared commitment to continue developing this partnership to achieve common goals that benefit both countries and their peoples. His Royal Highness affirmed the efforts made by the President of the Arab Thought Forum in strengthening Arab efforts in the fields of culture and literature. The Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, also attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa visited the world's first sickle cell disease patient outside the United States to successfully complete treatment with a CRISPR-based gene editing therapy using bone marrow transplantation technology at the Bone Marrow and Stem Cell Transplant Unit at the Royal Medical Services Bahrain Oncology Center. His Royal Highness highlighted Bahrain's commitment to staying at the forefront of scientific advancement and integrating them into treatment and rehabilitation services for Bahrainis, underscoring this as a top priority. He said that directing efforts and resources towards this goal will not only enhance citizens' health and well-being, but also strengthen Bahrain's health sector in line with the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He reiterated the kingdom's commitment to advancing the health sector and delivering world-class healthcare and medical treatments. He emphasized the importance of strengthening partnerships with specialized international health institutions and organizations to ensure access to the latest medical and treatment technologies. He congratulated the patient on the successful completion of the treatment and inquired about his health and well-being. In line with His Majesty's vision and under the directives of His Royal Highness to ensure Bahrain remains at the forefront of healthcare excellence for chronic and hereditary blood diseases, the National Health Regulatory Authority approved the treatment Casgevy for patients with sickle cell and beta thalassemia following a comprehensive evaluation of clinical trials and submitted data. This achievement makes Bahrain the first country in the region and the second globally to approve the use of this treatment. Additionally, the Royal Medical Services Bahrain Oncology Center has achieved a historic medical achievement by successfully completing the treatment of a sickle cell disease patient using CRISPR-based gene editing therapy for bone marrow transplantation. This marks the first successful treatment of its kind outside the US, reinforcing Bahrain's position as a global leader in precision medicine and innovative healthcare solutions. His Royal Highness was accompanied by senior officials. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Al Saleh, chaired the weekly meeting where it referred a draft law on private health institutions to the Council of Representatives. The council also rejected a draft law on adding a new article to the Immigration and Residence Law of 1965 and referred it to the Representative Council for further study. The Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, attended the conclusion of the Ministry of Interior ATP Challenger Tennis Championship in the presence of His Majesty's Advisor for Youth and Sports Affairs, Salah bin Isa bin Hindi, the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Ayman Muayyid, the Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, and the Chief of Public Security, Lieutenant General Tariq Al Hassan. The minister said that the royal patronage of His Majesty the King to the sports sector and with the follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister has pushed Bahraini sports and athletes to assume the podiums and contributed to enhancing the status of Bahrain in sports and achieving advanced positions on the international stage. He said that the sports sector has advanced thanks to the initiatives of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The minister praised the technical and organizational level of the championship in its fourth edition and the high status it has achieved on the international sports map, noting that the excellence of the tournament was thanks to the participation of internationally ranked players, in addition to the preparation, organization, teamwork and integrated efforts of all parties. He thanked the General Supervisor of the Championship, Sheikh Khaled bin Rashid Al Khalifa, members of the organizing committee, the Bahrain Tennis Federation, the Public Security Sports Federation, the Director of the Police Officers Club and its employees for their integrated efforts that contributed to the success of this event. The Minister of Interior honored the sponsors of the championship and the volunteers for her media platform, while the Minister, the audience and tennis fans witnessed part of the final match. The Hungarian player Martin Vujovic won the singles category after defeating his Italian rival Andrea Favasori, while the Ukrainian duo of Vitaly Sashko and Kazakhstan's Bebet Kazakaev won the title in the doubles category in the final match after defeating the Russian duo Ivan Leo Tarovic and Lucas Sanchez from France. At the conclusion of the event, the Chief of Public Security, Lieutenant General Tariq Al-Hassan, crowned the winners with trophies and commemorative gifts and wished them every success. After a week of competitions, the Ministry of Interior ATP Challenger Championship witnessed great success as the organization was in accordance with the highest international standards. Let's have a look.
The Ministry of Interior ATP Challenger Tennis Tournament concluded after a week of strong competitions that brought together an elite group of international tennis players, where the matches witnessed high technical levels and expectational performance from the participant, and with the interaction of fans and wide attendance, the tournament highlighted its position as one of the many sporting events in Bahrain. The organizational success was reflected in all aspects of the tournament, as the preparation were in accordance with the highest international standards, which contributed to providing an integrated experience for players and spectators. And the event was not limited to the matches only, but the accompanying exhibition that combined Bahraini heritage and activities, creating a unique cultural and sporting overtone. The tournament also contributed to promoting interest in the sport of tennis at the local level, as it provided an opportunity for young talent to gain experience and observe professional players closely, which enhances the spread of the game and encourages more young people to practice it. At the end of this edition of the tournament, it has confirmed Bahrain's ability to host international sporting event combining organizational excellence and public interaction that reflects the kingdom commitment to further strengthening its position in the international sporting scene.
The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, deputized the Vice President of the Supreme Council for the Environment and Vice Chairman of the Supreme Committee of the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Racing Club, His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa, to attend the conclusion of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad International Show Jumping Championship 2-star category, organized by Brief. His Highness Sheikh Faisal praised the riders' high technical levels, noting that the sport of show jumping is witnessing great development at all levels due to the great support that equestrian sports receive from His Highness Sheikh Nasser, with a follow-up of the first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and Chairman of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khaled bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Highness Sheikh Faisal expressed appreciation for the efforts of BRIEF and of the Show Jumping Committee and all committees who worked diligently to achieve the success of the championship, and congratulated the riders who won first places. He crowned the champions, where Hussein Dadallah of the Ministry of Interior team won first place, while Ahmed Mansour of the BDF team came in second, and Hussein Dadallah with another horse came in third. The middle competition was won by Hussein Dadallah. Second place was Mohammed Saif of the BDF. Third, Saber Salman of the BDF, while the junior competition was won by Mayouf al-Rumaihi. Second was Sultan al-Rumaihi, and third, Badr al-Janahi. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid al-Zayani, met with Ukraine's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Andrei Sybiha, on the sidelines of the 2025 Munich Security Conference. The meeting covered bilateral relations and ways to enhance them in areas of mutual interest to serve shared interest. They also discussed developments in the war in Ukraine, its impact on European security, stability and global peace, and efforts to end the war through political settlements. They also reviewed developments in the Middle East, the ongoing regional and international efforts to de-escalate tensions, maintain security and stability, and achieve long-lasting peace for all its peoples. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid al-Zayani, also met with the Chief Executive Officer of Oracle Corporation, Safra A. Katz. They discussed ways to enhance cooperation between Bahrain and Oracle in digital transformation and advanced technology, and reviewed investment opportunities in this vital field to support sustainable development, innovation and creativity, in addition to the latest developments in technology. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif al-Zayani, met with the President of Boeing Global, Dr. Brendan Nelson. They discussed the historical ties between Bahrain and the US and means to enhance cooperation in transport, tourism, advanced technology and expertise exchange within existing economic investment and development agreements, in addition to issues of common interest. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Zayani, also met with the President of Global Affairs and co-head of Goldman Sachs Global Institute, Jared Cohen. The meeting discussed the historical ties between Bahrain and the US and means to enhance collaboration to advance shared interests. They also discussed regional developments. The Minister of Oil and Environment, Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Daina, opened the international workshop titled Availability of Air Conditioning Technologies in High-Temperature Countries, and that was organized by the Supreme Council for Environment. The Minister said that this workshop follows the ratification by most GCC countries of the amendment to the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer, which commits countries to gradually reduce the use of refrigerants in air conditioning and refrigeration equipment, noting the importance of sharing experiences and transferring knowledge in this regard. He said that the Supreme Council for Environment was keen to organize this workshop with the participation of all stakeholders to identify the availability of these technologies in the future, their economic feasibility, and safety requirements to enable the adoption of sustainable and safe air conditioning technologies when developing cooling strategies for the next 2 decades. Vatel Bahrain Hospitality College held a graduation ceremony for the 3rd and 4th cohorts of its students in the presence of officials. The Minister of Tourism, Fatima El Sayrafi, praised the college's efforts to raise the level of tourism education in Bahrain and its prominent role in graduating professionally trained cadres that contribute to supporting national tourism development, enhancing the kingdom's position in hotel services and raising the competitiveness index of tourism, hospitality and hospitality establishments. The Director General of Vatel Bahrain College, Sheikh Khaled bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, said that the new generations graduating from this college will continue to raise Bahrain's status in all forums of tourism and hospitality, adding that the college follows an ambitious vision in preparing qualified national cadres capable of leading the sector. The CEO of Vatel Hospitality Group, Karen Ben-Zazon, praised the distinctive development plans of Vatel Bahrain's management, which have enhanced its attractiveness and demand from citizens and residents of Bahrain.
My journey at Vatel has been amazing. We've gone through so much together. We've grown as individuals and we've had so many different experiences that have boosted our professional career path. Today I'm feeling anxious, but I'm also very happy for everything that I've gained. I'm an honors student, so I'm very happy. I hope my parents are proud.
I'm really thankful for Vatel for all the memories and all my colleagues and all my peers for an amazing time in Vatel. I've learned a lot from Vatel, a lot of experience, a lot of opportunities that were presented to me through Vatel, which is amazing. And yeah, I would say I'm super excited today.
Under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Folk Poetry Society organized the 4th edition of the Folk Poetry Festival in celebration of the 24th anniversary of the adoption of the National Action Charter. We have more in this report.
To continue holding festivals and literary events that enhance Bahrain's position as a beacon of culture in the region, the Folk Poetry Festival Halab al-Mithaq was held to celebrate the 24th anniversary of the adoption of the National Action Charter, organized by the Folk Poetry Society in its 4th edition. A group of popular poets from the Kingdom of Bahrain and various GCC countries participated in the festival to emphasize with their poems their sincere feelings toward the Kingdom of Bahrain and its leadership. This poetry evening represents a cornerstone of the Bahraini cultural heritage and embodies the refined style to translate the feelings of national values and the sincerity of belonging to the soil of the Kingdom of Bahrain.
The Intra-Islamic Dialogue Conference will be held in the Kingdom of Bahrain on the 19th and 20th of this month under the theme One Nation, Common Destiny, with the participation of a group of scholars and thinkers from various countries. We have more in this report.
The Kingdom of Bahrain is hosting the Intra-Islamic Dialogue Conference under the theme One Nation, Common Destiny, under the patronage of His Majesty the King, to set up practical and permanent mechanisms for dialogue through discussions and understandings with the wide participation of various Islamic authorities and figures. Various challenges experienced by the Islamic nation make this initiative a necessity, and will discuss the role of scholars and religious authorities in overcoming challenges in order to enhance understanding between nations. This inclusive conference will discuss multiple topics, including the vision, concepts, and approach to this dialogue, with the aim of reuniting the nation through constructive dialogue and finding mechanisms to promote rapprochement. The Kingdom of Bahrain is committed to promoting the values of tolerance and coexistence amongst the Islamic nations in order to promote peace.
The Urban Planning and Development Authority has announced the implementation of its new mechanism for the implementation of the infrastructure works in major subdivision schemes as part of efforts to improve the quality of infrastructure services in urban areas in Bahrain. The UPDA said that this decision comes with the aim of developing infrastructure works and strengthening the partnership between the public and private sectors, which will contribute to creating an attractive environment for investment by providing subdivision plans equipped with integrated infrastructure. The authority called on landowners, real estate developers and all concerned to cooperate with it to make its new mechanism a success, and said that the procedural guide includes a detailed and simplified explanation of the procedures required for the implementation of infrastructure works in the main subdivision schemes and can be viewed by visiting the authority's website. Students from Bahrain schools achieved high results in the TIMSS 23 International Maths and Science tests announced by the International Association for the Evaluation of Educational Achievements based in Amsterdam. We have more in this report.
Bahrain continues to consolidate its position in the educational arena as its students gain a new achievement in the International Math and Science test organized by the International Association for the Evaluation of Educational Achievement after wide participation from public and private schools, reflecting the Kingdom's commitment to providing high-quality education and keeping pace with the latest international standards. The result of the test showed the advantage of the Kingdom students as they ranked second in the Arab world in the 4th grade science test and third in the Arab world in mathematics for the same grade. While middle school students ranked 4th in the Arab world in science and 3rd in mathematics, reflecting the development of the educational system and the ability of students to compete regionally and internationally. The Education Ministry emphasized that these results are from the ongoing efforts to develop math and science curriculum according to the STREAM approach, which aims to promote creative thinking and link science with technology, engineering, arts and mathematics, which contribute to preparing a generation of students capable of achieving excellence and creativity in various scientific and knowledge domains.
Under the patronage of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Nasser Scientific and Technical Center inaugurated the first edition of the Guardians of Cybersecurity Hackathon. The first event of the hackathon included specialized training workshops for participants from high school and university students with the aim of qualifying them to take on the challenges presented in the hackathon. More than 500 high school and university students and postgraduate researchers participated in this hackathon. The specialized workshops included important topics in the field of cybersecurity. Under the patronage of His Majesty the King, the final qualifiers of the Bahrain Holy Quran Grand Prize kicked off with 75 contestants advancing from an initial 4,242 participants. The competition is organized by the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf in cooperation with the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. The Director of Holy Quran Affairs at the Ministry, Abdullah Al-Umri, said that the competition features 7 categories and incentive awards will be presented. He noted that the judging panel comprises 4 male and female experts specializing in Quran recitation and memorization. The Meteorologic Department of the Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications reported that the chances of intermittent rainfall will continue in various areas of the kingdom until tomorrow. Last night and this morning, most regions of the country witnessed moderate rainfall with cold weather as the temperature dropped to below 16 degrees Celsius. The weather will be cold during the coming days with minimum temperature dropping to 11 degrees Celsius.